Hey internet! So this video is going to be in two parts. First half of the video is going to be me explaining what to and what not to do when buying fandom merch online. And the second part of this video is going to be a bit more of a haul where I show you all the fandom merch that I've got. So yeah, I'll put in the description like timestamps of when I finish talking about the what not to do and what to do and I start talking about the haul, so you can decide if you just want to watch half of it, if you don't want to watch the first bit or don't want to watch the last bit, or maybe you want to watch both and maybe watch the entire thing through. I don't know. You know, but I don't. So I'm gonna do it all and put it in the description, so find that if you want to skip ahead. Let's get started. First up, what to do and what to avoid. Whether it's cosplay, dress up party, or you just kind of want it to have it because you want to walk around the house in a goddamn Hogwarts robe with a wand tucked into the pocket, shouting random spells and curses at your siblings because you're an absolute nerd. Like me, there are things that you should be aware of when buying online. These are things that I've learnt the hard way because I've been an idiot and not done what I was supposed to do. So you can learn from my mistakes and make your own in the process. Before I go on, I just want to stress, and I mean, you don't have to follow this, it's not a rule, but this is something that I live by and that I think you should too, is that when you're buying fandom merch for a fandom that has like different factions or houses or whatever, don't buy merch for the house you're not in. Like, I'm just going to use Harry Potter because who doesn't like a good Harry Potter? If you're Ravenclaw, don't buy a Gryffindor robe. Like, unless you're doing like proper cosplay and you're dressing up as a particular character, like you're particularly dressing up as Harry. I buy Hufflepuff merchandise and only Hufflepuff merchandise, even though there is very limited Hufflepuff merchandise out there. Or I just buy like the general Hogwarts t-shirts that I have been finding everywhere. And yeah, just unless you're particularly dressing up as a certain character for like a proper event, not like a dress-up party, don't spend all that money on a robe for a house that you're not in. It's why with my Hufflepuff robe, I have pretty much two choices to dress up as. I can dress up as Hannah Abbott or like Nymphadora Tonks. Those are pretty badass characters. And it's my house. Be proud of the house you're in because it's who you are. Be proud of yourself. And yeah, I won't cosplay as Hermione. I won't cosplay as Luna. Like, Hufflepuff all the way. I love being Hufflepuff. We're the badgers, guys. We're the finders. But yeah, like, even if it's, say, like Divergent by Veronica Roth, I'll buy Amity and Dauntless because that's apparently what I'm Divergent for in like the hundreds of tests I've done. So I won't buy Erudite or Abnegation or Candor because those are not the ones that I have aptitude for. Like, if I had my keys right now, because I don't have my house keys right now, I have two little charm things on them from like magazines where you could get like key rings. One's Amity, one's Dauntless. And I won't buy the other ones because that's not what I'm in. You know? You get me? Like, you don't have to follow it, but it's just something that I always follow because robes and stuff, they're expensive. And I don't want to pay money for something that's not what I'm in. It's not who I am. You know? No? Maybe not. I don't know. It's not an exact rule, but it's just something that I think people should follow. I mean, you don't have to do it, but I mean, that's my moral anyway. Be true to yourself and all. Yeah. Hufflepuff Pride. I actually wrote hashtag Hufflepuff Pride. Is that how you do the hashtag? Like, I know there was like a thing, people would be like, hashtag, but I don't know if it was that or not. God. I don't know. First up, most of the merchandise that I buy is usually from Etsy or eBay. I found Etsy sellers to be just that little bit more reliable because it's mostly homemade stuff and the pictures are all different, and eBay is very easy, like stock images and just unreliable sellers. But regardless, always check the seller reliability, feedback, and how many they've sold. Like, they could have like 100% reliability, but if they've only sold like 3, then they could be really shit. Like, if it's a bulk thing and they've been around for a while, but they've only sold 3, then there's probably a problem there. Like, you want to find someone who sells a lot, who've sold like 300 or something, maybe not quite that many, but they've sold a couple hundred, they've just like 10 left or whatever, like however they make it really dramatic. You want to find someone with like good reliability, good feedback, and they sell a lot, because it means they know what they're doing. They're not going to be really, really crap. And if it's an extra like 50 cents, then it's an extra 50 cents. Like, if it's like $20 difference, then you might want to keep looking around. But, I mean, I buy $2 crap off of eBay, so yeah, just triple check everything. Make sure you check the reliability. I mean, anything below, I usually go anything below like 92%, I usually don't look at, because it means I've got quite a few bad reviews. But, like, you want to look at the reviews and you want to look at everything in the description. Like, be Sherlock Holmes, be a detective. Look at everything and then decide if they're reliable. You get me? Because there are such things as stock images as well. Like, people will just copy someone else's picture of theirs. And you'll generally find that when you look it up, there'll be a bunch of the same image. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's going to look like, because someone's just copied it. It's so easy to get scammed. And just bottom line, wherever you're buying it from, make sure the seller is reliable. Unless you're buying it from like a shop or something, then it's different because you get to see it in person. But if it's online, make sure the seller is reliable. I cannot stress that point enough. Buy in advance. Seriously? Whether it's for a cosplay event that's like 5 months away, or even if you're making your own costume, even for if it's like a party, if you have significant warning, as soon as you know what your costume is going to be, as soon as you know you have money, buy it. Do not wait. Do not wait. I am not kidding. I have been so stressed because I have bought something and the party's in like 2 weeks, and it takes 2 weeks for the item to get to my house because I have to buy from America and I live in Australia. Buy months in advance, because if it's wrong, you can find something else. But if it doesn't fit and like the parties or the cosplay event's tomorrow, then you're pretty much screwed. Buy in advance. Like, if you're making your own costumes, and I've never made my own costumes, so this is just something that I think you should do. Buy like all your material months in advance. Like, if it's a cosplay event that you know, like even if you plan it like a year ahead, you write down a list of everything you need, the kinds of material, write it all down in a list. Be organized. Even if you're the most unorganized person ever, for something like this, please be organized. Write it down, write what you want, right? You need, okay, I need this many meters, measure yourself properly, and then like go and buy it, and then make it as soon as you have time. Like, if you're busy, if you've got work, like, yeah, you're not going to have every hour free. But when you do, just do a little bit here and there over the couple months, and then you won't be so stressed when it's like a week away and you haven't done anything. Like, says the girl who's never made a single piece of cosplay outfit in her entire life. But I have friends that do, and you should see how stressed they get when they want to go to like Supernova or Comic-Con and they haven't finished their costume and it's like 2 weeks away and they work all the time. Like, they get so stressed. And I'm like, well, you should have started earlier. Though I'm not like that. I'm usually really sympathetic until after it's done. And then I berate them and then they do it again. And I mean, like, I'm unorganized and I'm always really delayed in everything I buy. But that panic you feel when you're like, is it going to come in time? Is it going to come in time? Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, yeah. And have backups. If it doesn't come in time, have a backup. Like, I was going as an assassin to my friend's birthday party, and I ordered the jacket really late, and it was like, it'll take this much to get here, and I'm like, that is essentially the week of the party, because it has like the estimate of this date to this date, and in the middle of those dates was the party, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not gonna come in time. So I was like, alright, back up, because it was like gameplay. I was like, I'll either go as Desmond from Assassin and just wear like a grey jacket, or I'll go as my Grand Theft Auto 5 customizable character. But my jacket came and then the party was cancelled anyway, so I stressed for nothing. But I still stressed because I just bought it really late. Because I couldn't convince my mom to let me buy an Assassin's Creed jacket. Because I have to buy it through their PayPal. So they have to know when I'm buying stuff. And they don't like me buying Fandom stuff. But I buy it anyway. Make sure you organise your accessories early as well, not just like the base costume. Every bracelet, every ring, every necktie, every headband, like whatever it is. I'm so big with my arms today. Whatever it is, make sure you have that written down. Even if you're making it your own, like just make sure you have enough to make it. Yeah? No? Yeah? Yeah. And guys, if you buy cheap merchandise, if you buy a $2 ring, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be a piece of crap. Be aware of that. You get what you pay for. Do not be expecting like real stainless steel rings when you pay $2 for it. It's gonna be crap. And when you wear it too long, it's gonna stain your hands green. It's gonna stain that thing, you know that when you wear the ring and then you take it off and it's green? Yeah, you're gonna get that. Because it's $2. Because it's not expensive. Because you get what you pay for. Like, I buy a lot of $2 stuff because I don't wear them all the time. And I'm just buying them to have them and to wear when I'm dressing up as certain characters. But they're gonna, if you wear them too much, they're gonna rust. For example, because I have examples, this is a Harry Potter Time Turner necklace that I got for like $2 or something off of eBay. And I think I accidentally wore it in the rain or something once. And it's very rusted. It was supposed to be gold. And it's not that great anymore. But because it was $2, because it was $2, I just bought another one. Like, look at the difference. Like, crappy, good. Which one would you rather have? Just beware that if you wear it a lot, it'll turn crappy. And I have this, which is an Elena Gilbert necklace. And it's very rusted on the back. And it's very dirty, and it just doesn't look that great anymore. But that was only $1 or something. So like, you get what you pay for. Don't expect anything more or anything less. Never wear shitty jewelry in pools, or like in the rain, or where you're gonna, like if you're gonna be running around in the boiling hot sun, don't wear crappy jewelry, because it'll like rust or rot or whatever it does. Like it'll turn crappy, it'll deteriorate, because it's not meant for water conditions. It's not waterproof. It's not real steel. It's painted. It will peel. I bought myself a Camp Half-Blood Annabeth beaded necklace, and this was $50, but because the beads were painted on, like, I wore this necklace everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean pools and stuff as well. And most of the beads are pretty okay. It's actually really cute, but this one, especially this one, like that's tape, by the way. That's just sticky tape, because it's falling off. It's falling apart. Because I just wore it everywhere. Like, that's the plain bead. And that's the paint. And that's, like, all that's left. And it's kind of happening on that one as well. You can't really see it. Like, it's just because I wore it everywhere. And I went swimming with it because I forgot I was wearing it. Like, even $50 jewelry because it's beaded. Like, be careful with your fandom merch, because I was not. And because it was $50, I can't just buy another one, and you can't buy the beads separately, not that I can find. And I was just, what are you gonna do? Learn from my mistakes, hopefully. Make sure when you're buying anything that the sizing is right, whether it's clothes or rings or anything else. Make sure the size is right, because I bought a Camp Half-Blood shirt and I selected medium, and that would have been fine had the Camp Half-Blood shirt not been in a children's size. Like, I clicked on the children one and said adult one, and then it arrived and I was like, crap, that's really small. And it kind of fits, but it's kind of tight because children do not have the size boobies that I have. And I'm not exactly the size of a medium child. I'm the size of a medium adult. Slight difference, and it's very tight on like my shoulders and my arms. I can barely move my arms when I wear it. It's very annoying. I also bought a couple of rings. I bought some Vampire Diaries daylight rings because I'm a nerd and I buy nerd things. And this is them here. This ring fits on my pinky. That's about it. That's my Elena one. This one doesn't really fit. Like, it's just, that's my Stefan one. And they just don't fit because I just didn't measure my fingers properly, and because the sizing is so bizarre, because I was like converting it, it wasn't working. And when they arrived, I was like, oh fuck, they don't fit. Yeah, sizing fucks you over if you get it wrong. And so I bought, I mean, I did buy more rings, but they're bigger. And when I say they're bigger, I don't just mean like they fit around my ring. Like, they're great. It fits on my finger. Ta-da! But the thing is, it's much bigger than the first one I got. The first one's much nicer too, because the blue's darker and this one looks kind of shitty. But they're both $1 pieces of crap. And my new Stefan one looks okay. They're about the same size, but it's much thicker. When I got them, my mum was like, you're not gonna wear those out anywhere, are you? And I was like, no, probably not. But yeah, I definitely learned from my mistakes, and I definitely will, because I tried sizing my finger so weirdly. I tried like measuring like my actual rings when I should have just gotten a piece of paper and wrapped it around my finger, but I didn't even think to do that. So yeah, I stuffed the sizing up. Just don't do that. Make sure, especially like for clothes and stuff, because clothes are more expensive than $2 rings, and I can't just buy myself another Camp Half-Blood shirt for like $2, which is really annoying. So it's on my list of fandom merch to get. I have a list of fandom merch to get. Yeah, just don't make the same dumbass mistakes that I make. Please. I guess what I'm saying is just triple check the measurements. Like, measure your fingers several times and just double check conversions, because conversions will fuck you over. Like, just triple check everything. I beg you. I beg you. Triple check everything. I mean, take my advice or don't take my advice. It's completely up to you. Learn from my mistakes and make your own along the way. And if you have any other tips, make sure you comment them below, because chances are I will still make mistakes. I am still making mistakes because I'm a dumbass who makes dumbass mistakes. Alright, on to the whole part of the video. Let's just start with clothing, because I don't have as much clothing as I do jewelry. Alright. So clothing wise, I have 2 Dan and Phil shirts. I have a purple one and a white pixel pocket shirt one, I believe it's called. And I purchased them both from the Dan and Phil shop, because that's where I got my merch from, I guess. I also have 8 Harry Potter t-shirts plus a Harry Potter jumper. Plus my Harry Potter jumper, which I got the other day, so I haven't actually filmed and it's super cute. Yeah, I have 8 Harry Potter t-shirts as well. They're actually all from a shop that's called JJ's. I don't know what countries have that shop, but it's pretty much just a clothing shop for like young adults and teenagers, and it's got like normal nice clothes, I guess. And then it's also got licensed tees like Harry Potter or Star Wars or Adventure Time or Disney or whatever's the current craze, I guess. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Like I said, I own a Camp Half-Blood shirt that's a couple sizes too small, and it doesn't fit, which I got off of Redbubble, I believe. It was a couple years ago now. It was over 2 years ago, I think, that I got it, but I believe it was Redbubble. It was one of those kind of shops. I own an Assassin's Creed jacket, which is just a little bit too tight, but it still fits, because I still kind of stuffed up the sizing. But yeah, that was off of eBay. What are you gonna do? Also own 2 Lion King t-shirts. One I got from JJ's, one I got from, oh, my friend gave it to me. It's from England. Yeah, it's from England, and my friend got it for me when she went there because she's amazing. So yeah, I have 2 Lion King t-shirts because Lion King is my favorite Disney movie. I also own a Hufflepuff robe, tie and scarf. I also own a couple of One Direction t-shirts and a 5 Seconds of Summer t-shirt. Yeah, no. I think that's about it, clothing wise. So let's move on to jewelry and accessories. And other, I guess. You're so not prepared for this. Okay, I'm gonna start with what's in this white box. What is in this white box? It's an Avatar The Last Airbender ring, and it's water. And that kind of goes against the rule that I said earlier, because I'm technically not water, I'm technically air, which is that ring, and it's not focusing on the little decals, but it's got like the water tribe symbol and the air symbol. And air and water are my 2 favorite elements, so I got 2. And that was off of Etsy. I have this necklace, which is a Triskelion looking necklace, and my friend gave it to me for my birthday. Apparently the symbol means friendship, but it's also got Triskelion, so I can kind of connect it to Teen Wolf. And I mean, technically I could connect it to Merlin because the Druids use a Triskelion, but it's Teen Wolf all the way, which is like my #1 TV show fandom. I'm a nerd. I keep calling myself nerd. Of course, I have this multi-fandom necklace, I don't think I could not, which has Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, Divergent, Hunger Games, and The Mortal Instruments, which are pretty much the main young adult fiction fantasy novels, I guess, urban fantasy novels. Though I don't know if you'd call Divergent and Hunger Games urban fantasy. I kind of would, but I mean, I guess they're not. Off of a site, quite a lot of these are actually off of a site called Moonfire Charms, and their jewelry is a little bit more expensive than like $2 eBay crap, but it is better than $2 eBay crap. So that's my multi-fandom necklace. I also have this Isabel necklace, which even has the engraving on the back. Will that focus? No. It's the, I don't know. I don't know. It's the thing about true love or whatever. That Magnus, pardon, that Magnus gives Camille, that Camille then gives back to Magnus, which then Magnus gives to Will, who then gives it to Cecily, who then passes it down through the Lightwood name. That's Isabel's necklace. I actually won this particular necklace, so I didn't actually pay for it, so I don't know how much. But I did have another Isabel necklace, which is this one. But I wore it a lot, and well, I broke it. It just fell off when I was wearing it one day, and I was like, well, thank God I won one. Next, I have a Tessa Clockwork Princess necklace that's from the Infernal Device series. I think this one was off of eBay. It was a little bit more on the pricey side, but it hasn't really rusted on me yet, and I've worn it quite a few times. So yeah, I have that. I also have this, which is it's a Camp Half-Blood shirt. It's from Moonfire Charms, but it says Camp Half-Blood. It's got a Pegasus in the middle, and it's like there's nothing that talks about this as a thing, but it was cool and it was cute. And everyone my other Camp Half-Blood necklace, so I bought it. And I also bought this one, which has Heroes of Olympus, and I don't actually know what that says. I'm assuming it's Latin. And it was just cool, okay? It's cool, and they were birthday presents, and they were both from Moonfire Charms. This was a birthday present that my friend said she got me, and it was just in one of those stalls in the shops. And it's a Dean Winchester necklace that he threw out in like season 4, which I'm super mad about. But it's Dean's necklace from Sam, and it's super cute. And then the necklace itself broke a few times, but the charm's holding strong. This is the first piece of Fandom jewelry I ever bought, so please don't tease me too much for it. It's a H2O just had water locket that's like falling apart. It will fall apart. And it did have a little charm in it, but when I went swimming in my pool, I'd pretend I was Emma, and I'd like throw it in the pool the way that Gracie did, and then I'd swim in and Emma and pick it up, and I just did that so many times that it broke. I also have this that I got from a shop called Game Shop, and it's an actual pin. It's a Mockingjay pin, and oh my god, and it's super cute. I actually had two because my friend bought me one as well. But I gave the second one to my friend Corina. You know, the other chick on this channel. I think I gave it to her. I think I did. Pretty sure I did. Anyway, yeah, which was pretty cool. I am so obsessed with this. I haven't really worn it that much, but I love it. Harry Potter Time Turner. My second one, because the first one rusted, that I'm keeping in very good condition. That's super pretty. My second Elena Gilbert necklace, because the first one I ruined. It doesn't have the red in the top, which I knew when I bought it, by the way. I can see it in the picture. It opens up because that's a locket. That's where the vein goes. eBay. Oh, the Harry Potter Time Turner was from eBay as well. This is also from eBay. It's a Catherine Daylight necklace that cost me like $1. eBay. I wear it quite a bit, but not often enough that it gets ruined. Angelic, oh my god, an angelic charm necklace, angelic rune necklace, pardon, angelic rune necklace that my friend gave me, that I think she got out of a magazine, not sure, but when she kind of lost the obsession, she gave it to me, which I was more than happy to accept. It says that. A Parabatai charm that me and my friend both got because we're Parabatai, but we're not really Parabatai anymore because I haven't spoken to her in months because she just decided she didn't want to be my friend anymore. Yes. So she's technically not my Parabatai anymore, but I can pretend, and I mean I still have the awesome charm, so. Also have a Stefan and Elena Daylight ring. ×2 because the first two I bought didn't fit, and a Camp Half-Blood beaded necklace, Annabeth edition, that I don't really wear that much because it's a little bit ruined because I wore it in the pool. So yeah, that's jewelry. I also have various other merchandise. I guess I have a couple of pop vinyls. I have a Stormtrooper. I have an Assassin. It's Connor, I believe. I have a Groot. Which is pretty cute. I also have, well, I have two Professor, no, is it two Professor Laytons and one Luke? No, I have two Lukes and one Professor Layton from the Professor Layton games. These little dolls, they're pretty fucking cute. I got them from EB Games, which I think other countries have. I also have like a Simba toy, but he's, I don't even know. Oh, I have a Dan and Phil bookmark, which I got when I ordered The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. I also got two stickers, a Dan and Phil, which are pretty cute. So I also have The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire. I have a Tyler Oakley binge as well, but I don't know if that really counts as merchandise because it's their books. What else do I have? I did have a list, but I accidentally deleted my list. Oh, I have a bunch of Avenger characters, I guess. In Australia, I know that America doesn't have it, there's these things called Kinder Surprises, and inside there's toys. Like, here's one right here. It's a C3PO toy that I got from a Kinder Surprise. And yeah, they were doing this Avengers one, and I just kept buying Kinder Surprises. And I've got, who have I got? I've got Hawkeye, I've got Nick Fury, I've got Loki, I've got Thor, I've got Iron Man, and I've got, I think, is it the, it's the eagle guy. I've completely forgotten his name. I always go to call him Hawkeye, but it's not Hawkeye, it's Falcon. I've got Falcon. I think that's it. If there's anything else, there'll be pictures and I'll put music behind it, I guess. But I believe that is all of my Fandom merch. So thank you for watching. If you watched all of it, even if you watched half, thank you for watching. So yeah, give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. And I don't really think I have anything more to talk about in terms of Fandom merchandise. But hopefully it helped. I may not. Maybe you'll know in a couple months when you go to buy something online and you're like, oh, better check the reliability of this seller. Yeah, that was really lame. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you want to be notified when myself or Karina uploads another video. Make sure you check out Karina's last video over there, our collaboration video down there, and my last video over there. In my last video, I broke down my Harry Potter cosplay, so if you want to see that, check it out below. Yeah, thanks for watching. I always end these so awkwardly, but I'm awkward. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!